This week's episode of the Peter Montgomery Show is proudly brought to you by Savvy SME. Simply smarter, simply social, the social network for Australian business owners. G'day, Anthony. Welcome to the show, mate. It's great to have you on.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure. I've been looking forward to this for quite a while.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. Now, you've just come back from a holiday overseas, man. Where'd you go?
Yes, I went to New York. Hadn't been there before. I've been to the US around 5 times, but never actually went to New York. So that was just unbelievable. San Francisco, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and Niagara Falls. So it was good.
So, and it wasn't just a holiday. You sort of messaged back a couple of times that you'd sort of learn a few things about marketing and some good stuff that's going on over there. Like, yeah, what sort of things have you been noticing there?
Yeah, just sort of setting up a digital marketing agency. So I basically met with a guy that's going to partner up with me and went to a couple of live events, just looking at the way the Americans do things. Obviously, there's a few things over there that we could do over here, and just the technology, just about how fast it's taken off over there, and a few things that I wanted to find the answer to and actually saw demonstrations. So I'm excited to start bringing it all back.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Now, so could you tell us about some of the clients that you have, some of the work that you're doing with them, and we'll dig back and get your story as well. So so what type of clients are you working with, and what do you do?
Okay, so I'm in charge of a couple of meetup groups, and it's a really interesting question because I've got one group of all startups, like all newbies or guys in their 20s and 30s and girls. And then I've got my avatar, which is probably people 35 to 50 who've got businesses and just sort of stagnated. And they've all got the three problems. I want to grow my business, I want to work less, and I want to have it automated. So that's sort of been what I've been trying to achieve with these clients. I find that a lot of them are just really overwhelmed. They're trying to do 7 marketing strategies and the bookwork and all that kind of thing. So I know it's an old adage, but just trying to teach them to, work on the business, not in it, and just start outsourcing payroll, marketing, that kind of thing. And I'm starting to get there, but yeah, it's good. It's interesting looking at most business owners. I find that the majority of them are just brilliant at what they do. All they've got to do is just tweak a few things and they'll be a roaring success.
Okay, so how come you're doing this? Like, who are you? Why should we even be listening to you? Tell us your story, how you got into this, that, now you have clients and you're helping them in this way.
Okay, so quick story. I'm just going to make it real fast. So I was working in my dad's pizza restaurant after university, probably about 25. I graduated in marketing, but I didn't want a career back then. And from 25 to 30, I did this basically in a pizza restaurant for about 80 hours a week, and I was pretty miserable, as you probably would have read in a few articles. And I just wanted an online marketing business, and I had a big fight with my dad. He's like, you've got to do 80 hours a week, and just got that old mentality where you just couldn't work on your business, you had to work in it. And I just knew, part of me read the email by Michael Gerber, and I knew there was another way. And then I decided to do my online business in an industry I knew nothing about, and one thing led to another. It was a massive learning curve, and luckily I ended up coming out of it okay. And so I did that for quite a while, and then I dabbled in a couple of other businesses, but I didn't like it. I just had no satisfaction doing products and services that I had no real insight into. And then I think last summer I decided I thought, what am I doing? A bit of speaking and teaching other business owners to learn what I've learned, because there's so much information out there and so much noise. And yeah, that's it. I actually enjoy getting up in the morning now, because every day is different for me, and every business owner I can help. I almost feel like there's not a business owner out there that I can't help in a way, whether it's mentoring, whether it's giving them marketing services or just giving them motivation. It's sort of like the marketing one-stop shop. And I think that's the niche that I saw, that it's almost like I'm in between a coach and a marketing company, because coaches are great at growing businesses and marketing services are good at giving services, but I want to be the guy in the middle. It's like, okay, I've had my own business and I know what I need, and I can sort of give that to my clients. So that's sort of where I'm at the moment.
Okay, now it's something interesting there, because you mentioned a book. Just hold on a sec. I think it was this book right here.
Okay, the image, yeah.
That's the one. So
Yeah.
Tell me what did you learn from that, sort of looking at the pizza business that you were in at the time, that made you kind of transition over to the online stuff? Like what was it about this book that sort of helped you?
Okay, so being in a pizza business or restaurant, there's a lot of moving parts, and a lot of things can go wrong. Like something, a machine can break down, or your staff doesn't turn up and you're short-staffed, and the cook doesn't show up. So there's a lot of moving parts. It's an extremely hard business to systemize unless you are a franchise. I mean, for the average cafe owner out there or business owner, it's hard to streamline their business. So I tried to incorporate that into what I was doing, but I think in the back of my mind, I thought, do I want to have 20 cafes or 20 restaurants? I just said no. I wanted a business that was sort of scalable, that I could run from home or run from an office, and I could literally do worldwide. So I think that book taught me a few things. Could the business run without me? Yeah, technically it could, but with a cash business, if you're not there, things tend to go wrong and money go missing through experience. Do I want to have 20 locations and have 20 books? And I didn't want to do that. So that was another thing. So just having one big business versus having 20. And could I systemize it? Definitely. Having a bricks and mortar business and online business, I could streamline it, but sort of not in hospitality. So that's sort of what I took from the book. And we did streamline a lot of the things in the pizza restaurant, but I think in the back of my mind, I want to do something just on my own that would be just simpler, simpler to systemize and to grow a lot faster and quicker. Because I just believe there's only so much growth you can have, in a restaurant. I know people may argue with me, but I think we went up around 70% in 3 years, which was quite good, and then it plateaued, and then I just felt there was no challenge anymore, so I just got up and left.
Okay, and so what was the first kind of venture into the online world that you got into that sort of, I guess it's the first shiny object you went, oh, that looks interesting, how do I, and then talk about that for us.
Yeah, so I started a sticker business. I started exporting to the US. So I basically had a website and had a 1-800 number where people would call that phone number and it would divert to my parents' house in Melbourne, and they would freak out because I'd be up at 12 o'clock at midnight to 8 a.m. So that was my first venture, and I had to learn everything from scratch.
So the sticker business, what you made stickers for people like to order or something?
Yeah, so let's say your radio station, so you got Peter Montgomery's radio station, and you want to get 1,000 stickers to put on the car, you'd basically ring me up, and then I would get my printer in Melbourne to make the stickers for you, make it in a larger batch, and then send them out to all the clients. And I think my USP was that we could do it at full colour for a one-colour price, so it wasn't a commodity. It's probably the biggest lesson I've learned in small business is a lot of businesses are just commodities, they're just the same as everybody else. So I knew back then that if I couldn't distinguish myself, I wasn't going to make it. So luckily, we always said to people that you're going to get one colour for $3.99, but we're going to give you full colour for $3.99. It was a no-brainer. And we added value by giving free artwork and free design, and keep in mind I had no experience at all, but yeah, just ran with it. And, looking back, I probably wouldn't have done it again, but just sort of happened that way.
Yeah, okay. And so what online thing were you doing that was that made it online?
Yeah, basically the whole business was online. I was in my parents' study. I outsourced all the printing. So it was literally just one phone and one internet connection. So all the emails would come through. I'd answer the emails, and then the phone would come through. I'd answer the emails. I'd go to my printer, pick up the stickers. I'd call up FedEx, and then they'd post it out to my cousin in Texas. Yep. And then he would redistribute it through FedEx to 20 or 30 clients. It was just non-stop again and again and again. And the trick was we had to fill a batch up in 3 or 4 days. See, some people take 2 or 3 months to fill up a batch, but because our clients wanted them within 7 days, I was always under the pump.
Yeah.
For like 7 years. So yeah, it was a lot to learn. I think our first batch took 3 weeks, and I had to give them excuses why it took so long. But luckily, after that, we sort of brought it down to 3 and 4 days, and sometimes 5 days.
And how were you getting leads for that? Like, it's not just like magically set up a website and all of a sudden everyone just is on it. There had to be some marketing involved. Tell us about what you're doing there.
Yeah, to be honest, Peter, it was basically just pay-per-click. I mean, back then it was Overture. I don't know if some guys don't remember, but it was Yahoo back in 2003. Mm-hmm. And then Google just started. I spent a couple $100 a month with Google, and then Google just exploded to the point I was spending almost $6,000 a week. And people said, "Oh, you're crazy." But I said, "Yeah, but turnover was around $40,000 a week." So it was like, I'm not a numbers man, but it was like 15% of turnover. So it sort of worked well for us. And that's pretty much it. And that's what's so amazing that I wrote in my book, that the last couple of years, I'm seeing social media and landing pages and opt-ins and autoresponders. I'm just like, I never did any of this. So yeah, I basically did it with a website, a 1-800 number, a USP, and pay-per-click, and that was it. That was literally my formula. That was it.
Yeah. So how would you see that working today? Would that work today if someone was to just follow that strategy?
Okay. The problem was, and I talk about it in my course, is most people have 1 or 2 strategies in their business, and I was guilty of that before. So I think the difference now is pay-per-click is good. It's probably a lot more expensive, so people are really struggling with it. But together with that, I think you need like a bit of direct mail, a bit of social media, a bit of telemarketing, guest blogging if you can, some joint ventures, some affiliate partners, pound the pavement, knock on doors, hire a salesperson for commission only. So instead of having one marketing weapon, you want to try and have at least 20 or 30. Postcards, free consultations, just those kinds of things. It's sort of, I know most clients I'll speak to, I say to them, what do you do for marketing? And I'll just say, well, let's do email marketing, and I answer the phone and I get referrals. So I can see by then that I was doing that as well, but you need to add at least another. There's probably 220 marketing weapons out there. I think if you can do about 20, then you're going to get a lot more traffic to your website. And that's probably the key to any business, is just, like people always say to me, I'm overwhelmed, and I've got, my systems are bad, and I always say get a business coach. Then a lot of clients are like, I can't get lead generation, I'm really struggling, and that's sort of where I try and help them. I can do a bit of coaching, but for me it's more about getting leads, because more leads equals more sales equals more profit means hopefully a few more employees, and you don't have to work anymore.
And that's when you can start outsourcing. Yeah, so for the lean startup, which is just about everybody that starts up, they're always sort of trying to do things on the lean. Now, what kind of strategies would you have for someone who's starting out? They've kind of got no money. Online's real easy to get started, and that's where they want to go. How would you got any suggestions for someone in that position? They haven't even got one strategy, let alone 20, and to do even one is still overwhelming.
Okay, great question, Peter. I think the meetup group it's got a lot of startups and really smart young people, and I've just basically told them, I said, look, there are a lot of bright, shiny objects out there, like how to make $1 million on a webinar, how to make money from doing this and doing that and writing a book and all that kind of thing. That's all good, but to my honest opinion, just sell. Learn how to sell. Brian Tracy, just get some of his books, Zig Ziglar, look online and pound the pavement. Like for my new business, which is launching soon, I'm literally going to go down Bay Street in Port Melbourne and just knock on every window and say, here you go, here's a postcard. This is what I do. This is my pitch. I'm not here to sell, but I will be in contact. You might go on my database list. Yeah, no problem, Anthony. Then I'll give him a follow-up call the next day, and then I'll give him hopefully a presentation or a couple. So something that simple is massive, because there is so much way to bring business in, but I just believe above everything else, and which I'm going back to basics, is just selling. And I've told guys on my meetup group, I've said, when you're in a meetup group, people are good at telling you what they do, but they don't actually follow up. And I notice this with a lot of the meetup clients, is that, and I've been guilty of this, is no one actually follows up these leads. So let's make it 2 things. You need to sell and you need to follow up. If you can do those 2 things and go out there and every day just speak to 10 or 20 people, that's 100 people a week. Don't worry about sitting on the internet and making money online. You can do that later. Just sell. And then once you hit a few runs, then you can start going from there. I mean, I know a lot of people I've helped with websites. I'll just say, look, just get a quick website together. And they're like, and now what? I'm like, that's the aha moment. It's like, what do I do now? I've got a great website. I've got all these courses that I've done, but what do I actually do now? And I'm like, you're not going to hear this much. Just sell. That's it. Just sell. Go out there and sell your product and learn and speak to people. Just say, what did you like about my product? Is it too expensive? Learn how to answer objections. Learn how to add value. Someone says to you, look, let me think about it. And you said, look, if you don't mind me asking, did I answer all of your questions today? And they might be like, oh, well, you did, but I think it's a bit expensive. Okay, if pricing was not an object, would you buy from me? And they say, yeah, well, cut a deal with them. You just to start, just get the deal done and hopefully escalate into a bigger client later on.
Yeah, actually, you're talking about Brian Tracy. I think it was a call as an interview he did with Brad Sugars, And he was talking about that. He said, when people get into a downward spiral and they're not making sales or whatever, he's just like, just sell something, sell, cut the price in half and just sell something. Just get a customer, because that's what's going to be fueling your business. That's kind of like that. Like, just get a few runs on the board. I think that's something you said as well, which is good. It's
interesting. I've got about 8 of Brad Sugar's books here, and I bought them quite a few years ago. And the good thing I like about Brad, obviously, he's just a brilliant person now. I admire him so much, but I think that his book always leads to getting sales. And I think the last 2-3 years, everyone's been bogged down with other things. With all the learning that's going on with Pinterest and YouTube and blogging, and it's just crazy. I mean, even I get overwhelmed sometimes. So, those guys definitely right, just learn how to sell. And I think a lot of times too, I read this the other day in a blog. It said something like people fear the destination? No, sorry. Something about loving what they do, but fearing the destination. It's almost like they love just preparing for it. And they did a study where it says, like, if I said, okay, if I gave Peter my mastermind course on how to grow your business, and at the end of it, I offered the clients another course, the client would actually take the other course instead of actually implementing the business. Is that interesting? Yeah. And
so it's like rather than implement what you've just learnt, you'll take on a new thing. Oh, okay, I'm getting ready.
Yeah, because they fear that, hey, hold on, I'm going to get out of my comfort zone. I'm going to go learn something else. But as you know, there is no such thing as perfection. You just got to go out there and do it. Like, I'm developing this automated funnel at the moment, automated system. It's just breathtaking, this tool, and I'm trying to get it right. And I'm thinking to myself, if it's not perfect, I don't care. I'm just going to walk in the street, give people demonstrations. No website, no brochures, nothing. This is what I do. Here's my business card. I'll call you tomorrow, and that's it. That's how I'm actually going to start it. Even though I can do landing pages and opt-ins and videos and all that kind of thing, I'm going to make it nice and simple, and just go back to basics. And sell.
I think that's the key too. And selling is, it's a funny thing. Some people are scared of it. It's like, the only time I kind of had fear of sales was when I started finding out about all these courses and coaching and training and people talking about, don't have fear. You got to get over your fear. I was like, well, I wasn't scared now. But now I'm thinking, well, it's kind of embedded into their information that, I should be scared. And it's like, it kind of ruined me for a while. Sort of too much junk going in. But ultimately, you just having a conversation, you ask some questions, and you might be able to help someone, and off you go. So I've actually done an elevator pitch without meaning to, in an elevator, and sold something that day. By the time I got to the second floor, I actually sold something. And that guy might even be watching now, because he talks about it too, because it was funny. Because I was there to fix a photocopier on level 2 or something like that, level 4 in a building, and I just happened to say to the guy, how do you fit in around here? What's your deal? He goes, I'm in web design. And something about the way he said it wasn't just, I'm a web designer. He said, I'm in web design. I thought, are you the owner of the business? He goes, yeah, I am. Oh, cool, man. Can I grab your card? He said, yeah, just come in the office. So by the time I got to the office, I saw his computers there, and I said, oh, man, so you're a web design company. What do you do for SEO? And he goes, oh, nothing really. I said, oh, man, can I jump on your computer and just show you a couple of things? This is what because I actually do a bit of that myself. And I showed him some stuff, and that straight after that conversation, he goes, if I sit you down, can you come in next Tuesday? If I sit you down for a couple of hours, I'll pay you. Can you show us some of how you do that stuff? And I was like, yeah, no worries. And I wasn't even there to make a sale, but it was just so natural. And I think that's where people get bogged down. They're trying to do something or follow the system rather than just be natural and trying to help people. And, hey, I can do this. Do you need some of that?
Yeah, you said it perfect. I think obviously the fear of rejection is a big one. We all get hurt if you get rejected. It's just funny examples. Walking up to a girl or whatever, something like that, people almost associate with business like that. I think another thing too that you said, that just trying to help people. I think when you try and overcomplicate it, try and come up with a script, it doesn't work. I mean, another part of my story was when I was working from 12 p.m. to 8 a.m. When I finished, I'd sleep for an hour and a half. This is like, get up 9:30, my mum would wake me up. And I'd say, Mum, what's going on? I didn't know literally what country I was in. Like, you want me to wake you up? I'm like, but I've only slept an hour and a half. She goes, but you told me to wake up. So I literally walk down the street with these stickers, and I'd walk up to a mechanic and say, hey, look, I don't want to bother you. I don't want to act like a hard sell, but I just want to show what the benefits would be of you putting stickers on your car to get your name out there. And most of them say, hey mate, just come in. And I've got lots of sales like that, literally just knocking on mechanic stores and panel beaters and and florists and just selling like that. And I didn't have a script. I just, put my guard down. I just said, look, I'm not here to sell. I'm not a hawker. If you just give me one minute, I just want to chat to you about something. And most people, they'd either ask for information, and I got lots of sales just doing that. So I was selling online in the US and walking the streets in Australia. So it's just
something interesting about that too is business owners are always looking for ways to make more sales. Yeah. So if you have a way, most of them are ready to listen.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Like I had a meetup a few weeks ago when someone mentioned they were like a virtual assistant. Another guy was a business broker. I'm thinking, I would love to be with these people. But none of them have ever followed me up. None of them actually rang and said, hey, let's look at your finances, or what kind of work do you need? What do you actually do? So people aren't actually qualifying. It's sort of getting a bit lost in the whole process. But it's pretty simple. You meet somebody, make an appointment. You qualify them so they're not tie kickers. Just say, look, how can I help you? How can I add value? You sit down with them. You say, hey, my name's Anthony or Tom or Peter. I'm going to have a few questions for you. You're going to have a few questions for me. If I can add value for you and be a great fit, that'll be great. If not, no hard feelings. Okay, we're ready to go, and that's it. And just go from there, and just make sure you follow them up the next day. That's pretty much my sales system now.
Yeah. Okay. So how would someone now kind of get past the overwhelm stuff that's going on, because taking on new stuff, and they're always taking on new stuff, and they're watching this because they've taken on courses already rather than doing one of them. So at this point here, how can someone actually get down and dirty and make it happen? What's something that a suggestion you might have?
Yeah, okay. I think especially as a newbie or even a mature business owner, just grab the one thing you want to achieve. If you want to fix up your website, or you want to put social media, or you want to do SEO, just flag it for July. Just say, in July, that's all I'm going to conquer. I'm not going to worry about anything else, because even me, I'm working from home now. I can do so many things, but even I struggle to do more than one thing a month. And I'm actually working on my business, not in it. So for another business owner, if he goes, look, I just want to do SEO next month, then hire a marketing agency, get the SEO done, get it implemented, then move to the next one. If it's a guy with a new product and you want to get your website done, don't worry about creating Pinterest files and guest blogging and all that kind of thing. Just get the website done. Ring up the designer every day and just work out how the website's going to look good. And that's it. So basically my caveat is learn one thing and just implement it, and that's it. And once that's done, move on. Have like an evergreen tool, which I do. Every time I get an idea, I'll put in my Excel sheets. I've got to have 2,000 ideas on there. But I won't actually worry about it. I'll just look at what's ahead of me for the next 30 days. I need to launch my marketing agency in July, then I'm going to do it. That's all I'm going to concentrate on right now, instead of bogged down with all the other things.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool, man. So by the sounds of that thing, it's like, pick your one thing and eliminate everything else. Just focus, get it done.
Yeah.
Finish it, complete things.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, man, I'm going to do something a bit different now. I'm actually going to jump over to Savvy SME. We're going to talk a little bit about Savvy SME as well, because I think it's a great place for business owners. It's a social network, and that's actually how we met. We're both contributing there. One of the things you can do there is add articles and videos and all kinds of cool things. And you noticed that I was doing a lot of stuff there, and you said, hey, I want to have a chat. You did exactly that thing. You jumped on the phone and said, what do you do? Here's what I do. And maybe we can add value to each other.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And here we are. So that's an example of Savvy SME working. So what I've done is actually asked in Savvy SME, I sort of let everyone know that I'm going to be interviewing you this week. So I'm going to jump over to Savvy SME just now, because I actually asked a question of people and said, okay, look, I'm interviewing Anthony this week, because a lot of them know you in there because you put so much content in there. And I said, have you got a question for him? So basically, Eric Foy, which I'm going to give an intro after this. I'm actually going to go and make a video after this and give Eric an intro, and just as a review, sort of promote Eric and actually have a link to the people who ask questions on the website right now. So if you're watching this on my side, you can actually click over, go visit these guys who asked the question as well, because I'm going to give them a bit of a profile for contributing. Yeah. So just a bit of a thank you from me. So Eric Foy asked, if you had to think of ways to market a smartphone app, what strategies can you think of? So we'll go with that question first.
Okay, so from expense and profile, or getting your name out there, I just started using Facebook ads, and it's phenomenal. I think I reached 40,000 people with that ad. And the trick, guys, is, and this is in my course, so I'm going to let it out now. This is like a black ops, just especially for Savvy ME. I don't do per click, I do per impression. So I put like 7 cents per impression. So I'll get 1,000 people to see my site for like, I think it's like $70 or something like that. It's just, it's not even $7. I'm not getting my math right today, but I remember like one week we had about, I think it was like 100,000 people seeing it. And I think my advertising was like $100 for the week. It's just the cheapest and tool I've ever seen in years, and it's so inexpensive.
So what are you actually doing to make sure your ad gets brought up?
Yeah, so
how does it work? So I've never used Facebook ads, so this is just a personal question. I want to know how do you do that to make people click it or watch it?
Yeah, okay. So you go into you've got to need to set up a personal profile, then it links to your business profile. So you do like a fan page, and then it'll say create an ad. So you go to create an ad, and then you'll put who you're after. So I'm after, say, business owners, and then it'll put like where do you want geographically. I'll put in Australia. I mean, I could do a whole session on this, but I'll just give you the nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
Then it'll say pay per click or click per impressions, which are CPM. So I'll do click per impression, and then you just put in like your budget. I'll put like $5 or $10 a day, and just thousands of people get to see your page and like your page and just get massive exposure. So I think I could give you 20 strategies, but the cheapest and fastest, get on Facebook ads. That's just an incredible way to get out there. And probably another one would be joint ventures. Find out people who've got good lists. I'm building my list at the moment. It's probably up to 5,000. And maybe Eric and I one day can do like a joint venture where he emails his list what I'm doing. I can email list what he's doing. That's just another way to do that. So maybe he can build a network of people who can send out his app to their list. Probably one more would be definitely do PR. Find a good PR person and get your name up there as well.
Okay, so just to talk specifically about the ad, are you doing like super duper copywriting? Have you got like a strategy for the photo that you use or anything like that?
All right, and another caveat. When you do an ad, use a good JPEG in there and put a red border around it. And you'll be surprised that's the only thing you'll see amongst your other competitors. Okay, so that's another one of my black ops tools.
All right? And so it's all in your course.
I've got hundreds of these in my course. So
excellent, man.
It's like I've tried and tested things, and I see what works for me, what works for other people. So we're about to launch the course with Facebook ads, a bit of Google pay per click. But I know one guy, he turned over $1 million in less than a year, and the only thing he uses is Facebook ads. That's it. Just get his out there. So it's just great for them to refer their clients and things like that.
Okay. He also had another question. This is other ones out by Eric as well. He said, like, he read that you were fortunate in taking advantage of pay-per-click advertising and marketing way back when it was at its early stages for your sticker business, which you obviously read your stuff. So he was just wondering if you've got any ideas of the next big area that hasn't been broken into yet. So I guess this is a bit of a prediction that he's after.
Okay. The last 6 months, honestly, I literally locked myself up in my room in an apartment and just studied. Literally just studied internet marketing, sales, businesses, all that kind of thing. And I've got one word for Eric, and that's technology. So if he's building an app, he's in the right space. I mean, guys are making millions from software and apps. I think if you can make an app for a particular niche or a particular industry, you'll make an absolute fortune. And I just think that what I've learned in small business is I'm trying to do 10 things at once, and it was pretty hard to automate it. And I think that the whole technology space has made me, or even bring up my new software tool, which is about automating, made the whole process a lot easier for business owners. So I'll talk about this on another time, but basically that I can meet anybody, anytime, and have my business run automatically by using technology. That's pretty much what I'm doing at the moment. So having good, using Infusion software, CRM, software tools that I'm developing, networking with people, having outsourcers working for you. So it's almost a mixture of technology and working on your business. So Brad Sugar's probably know this better than me. The things he spoke about a few years ago was all about working on your business, not in it, and he told great books about lead generation. And now it's more about incorporating that plus all the new technology that's coming out. Another interesting one is there are more mobile phones than there are people in the world, things like that, or something like that. A because a lot of people have two phones. There's more traffic on your mobile phone than your PC. I mean, I was at Nando's the other day, and I was just having something to eat, and I was about to get on my phone. I'm thinking, I'm on this thing all the time. I looked up, and there were 15 people on their phone.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm thinking like, oh my God, I've really got to get into this technology space, and that's where I'm veering towards video marketing and mobile marketing versus traditional things like SEO, PPC, which are good, but to answer every questions, one word, technology, and yeah, definitely.
Excellent. All right. Now, another question from Tim Gregg.
Hi, Tim. How you going?
Yeah, g'day, Tim. So what level of growth can one expect from using a business coach, from past results?
Okay. I know a lot of business coaches. Look, it's hard to answer that question depending on his business. Like, is he in his infancy? Like, does he have a good USP? Does that sort of make sense? Like, I could mentor 10 people, but it's hard to say. Like, I know coaches who've shot the lights out where they've doubled people's revenue in 2 years. I know coaches who've been with a client for 3 months, and just when things are going, the client said, oh, look, it's not happening fast enough. I've lost patience. So to answer that question, look, there should be growth, but depends a lot on your business and what you're offering to your customers, and obviously how much you put in. Like, a lot of people use clients for accountability. It's like, oh, he's going to make me do this and that. I don't look at it that way. I look at a coach as my partner, my business partner, or my employee who can help me grow my business while I'm trying to work. While I'm working in the business, my coach is helping me work on the business. So I hope I answered that okay, but yeah, I mean, I had a few more details, but look, it is a bit hard to measure it, but you can't really tell me in terms of percentage. Like, you can't say, oh, if you give me 30% growth, you're a good business coach. I mean, if a guy could give you 30% growth, he should be a business partner. You should literally give a PC business or give him 3%. Then, that's an even better model they use in America. It's called participation, where basically I'll go to somebody, hey, I'll mentor you for free. Oh, cool. I can charge you $2,000 a month, but how about if I bring in new business and I do increase your business by $1 million there? What would you say to that? Any business owner would grow for that. So a lot of people get into that kind of space. So, yeah, but look, I hope you do get results, but it does depend a lot. I think the coach will be more than adequate. Most of them are. But probably more to do with what you're going to do with the coach and what you want to achieve.
So just thinking about something you said there too, it's like having a set of eyes outside while you're busy doing all the stuff. It's like even Tiger Woods has 5 coaches. One watches his wrist, one watches his fingers, one's looking at his legs. They're seeing what he can't see while he takes his swing. And sort of
look, I've got a mentor overseas now who helps me. There are things that I see he doesn't see, and there are things that he sees that I don't see. But together, I want to let go of him for the world. So we've come to a really good partnership, and that's how you should look at your coach as a partner in your business. And the way I look at things is, Peter, I'm a big picture person. Like, people say, oh, I don't want to spend $2,000 a month because that's off my bottom line. But this is how I see things. If you're turning over, say, $500,000 a year, and you're just doing that every single year, and a coach comes on board and he charges you $24,000 the next year, but you go from 500 to 600, well, you do the math. You're $76,000 better off, minus purchases. Everything else stays the same. You should be kissing your coach. So, coaches out there, I know you're patting me on the back.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, that's how I look at it. If they can really provide results and value for you over a year's time, then yeah, definitely.
Okay. Now, speaking of results, actually, what I want to do, after this, I want to find out sort of about what you've got coming up and about your book and all that sort of stuff. But speaking of results, what are some of the results that you've helped your clients achieve? So a story, something specific that people can expect if they decide they want to work with you.
Yeah, I've got a fitness client in Tom Marina, Victoria, and basically I went into the business and just wanted to see where they're at. And they've got a really good business. They've got like 1,600 members. Things are really good. And they wanted to concentrate on systems and that kind of thing. But I said, look, coach is probably more suited for you to that. I don't really want to get into that space. Mine's more about just getting in there and getting things done. Like, in a month, I showed them how to blog, how to use Google AdWords, how to use Facebook, a bit of SEO, basically like I'm like a virtual marketing department. If that sort of makes sense. That's how I help people. I just give them fast results really quickly. I just walk in there and say, look, we just need to tweak things. Your business is good. You just got to tidy things up. Let's get some sales. Let's get some big numbers on the board, and then we can streamline it after that. That's sort of what I want to do. I don't want to go in there and teach people how to write an operations manual or mission statement. There's a lot of people out there who can do that. I would rather get in there and say, hey, what are we doing this month? Direct mail. Okay, let's get you direct mail. Let's send it out with Australia Post. Let's tidy up your website. Let's give it a makeover. Let's put an opt-in. Let's give people free value. That's what I do, Peter. I just give people instant marketing tools that they can use literally overnight to hopefully get more traffic and grow their business. And on top of that, I'll give general mentoring. Like I'll ask questions like, my bookkeeper's killing me. No, sorry, my bookwork is killing me. What I'll do, I'd say, bring a bookkeeper. Here's my bookkeeper. Here's his phone number, and that's it. I'll literally just give him a tool within 5 minutes. I don't want to, and I say to him, look, I will work with you from 3 to 6 months. That's the only time I need for you to have your business grow rapidly, and then after that, get a coach to monitor it, or you can monitor it yourself. That's the business model I'm looking at. So it's more towards marketing services with a dash of business mentoring. And obviously, I've been there from scratch, so I know all the pains they feel, and they'll talk to me about this or that, and that's what I'm helping with them.
Okay, and so tell us about what you got coming up. What's the name of your book? You said you got a book.
Okay, so I got a book, and it was originally going to be, I actually had it, what I did at learning business school, but I should have, because going to university was a complete waste of time. And he wanted to change it to Beach Bum Millionaire, how to build $1 million business the lazy way. And basically just calling the beach bum all the time, because I was always just sitting on the beach doing nothing, pretty much what I sort of do now sometimes. And we just come up with that. It's sort of a catchy title, and sort of the lazy way. We named it the lazy way because you do got to work hard, but I tend to be, I've got this real lazy thing inside me where sometimes I can be a bit, so I choose to sort of palm off everything. So no matter what it is, I'll just palm it off to somebody else to do it. Yeah. So that's sort of the philosophy behind the book, in that I'll show you from scratch how I started, what I achieved in the end, and how I sort of built the lifestyle that I've got now.
Okay, and so what else have you got coming up? Your courses, trainings, this is your chance to promote.
All right, so I've got 3 things coming up. So I've got the book's about to be launched in Australia, which is good. Got some good PR in the newspaper. So I've got this marketing course called gtraining.com.au. It's basically like to do with like guerrilla marketing. It's a 12-week webinar on what I've learned over the last 10 years. Joint ventures, affiliates, how to blog, how to use social media, 200 marketing weapons, a lot of black ops stuff, which I spoke about today. It's got a lot of those good things. It's basically a marketing degree you're going to learn in 12 weeks that you'll never find anywhere else. So I've been doing that. I've got this automated sales funnel I've been working on at Peter. I'm going to demonstrate it for you. It's brilliant. It's basically where I'll meet somebody and they'll text me their name and email, and then I'll never have to follow them up again. Basically, they'll receive a text straight away, they'll receive an email straight away and a video, and go into my funnel without me touching anything. It's just phenomenal, and I don't know anyone who's really doing it properly. So that's pretty cool. And I've got a digital marketing agency coming up where we're going to help business owners with mobile marketing, video marketing, SEO, PPC, copywriting, printing, and that kind of thing. So basically, the model started where I was going to get up on stage and sell like a big pack or something like that, but it's sort of morphed into people need a virtual marketing team, which is what I want to create, and a one-stop marketing shop, which I've never found anywhere in the world. It's just like we can make a phone call and say, hey, I want to send out 20,000 postcards. What do? We'll handle it. We'll do the voiceover. We'll do the script. I'll get actors in. I'll do whatever you want. I need a website. We'll build a website for you. I need some mentoring because I'm getting a bit stuck. No problem. I'll help you out. So it's just the one place where people can use to grow their business and achieve some good results.
So it's not just about hey, go and do this and then tell me how you go. This is all done for you stuff.
Yeah, because everyone's been preached. Yeah.
Why did you go that way?
Yeah, honestly, because Joanna Martin, say hello to Joanna Martin, she's a brilliant teacher on teaching people how to speak on stage. And she said, Anthony, you've got to get out there and do something different and all that kind of thing. And as I was doing it, I found obviously there's a lot of competition on stage and that kind of thing, and everyone's got their own hook and angle and story. But when I was talking to business owners, they're sort of saying to me, we love what you're telling us. We love the SEO, love the landing pages, love the blogging, love the video marketing, and that's all good, but do you know anyone that can do it? And I'm thinking to myself, no, there's not, because everyone that I used, they only did one or two things, or they didn't follow up properly, or they never actually gave me advice on running a business, because a lot of companies out there are good at what they do, but a lot of them just in that space. Because I've been in like 7 different industries, I can appreciate what people do, whether it's retail, whether it's a cafe, whether it's an online business, startup. Because I've experienced all that, I've just made my own company the one-stop shop where I can look in a business owner's eyes and say, I know where you were, I know what you need, and I'm going to fill it in. So I'm sort of practicing what I preach, Peter. I don't want to be like commodity to say, hey, I'm another marketing company, because what will happen is I'll just go to the Philippines or India and get the same job done for $200. But where I want to succeed and what I want, obviously the viewers to succeed, is that you've got to add value, and that's the thing. Like, I'll get a lot of beauticians say, oh, a lot of people running beauticians from home, I can't compete. Yes, you can. You can do marketing better than them. You can add value. A lot of those people got no idea how to brand themselves. Or virtual assistant companies, I'm competing with India for $2 an hour. Well, you've got to explain why you're different, why you're better, why they shouldn't spend $2 an hour over there. Do some video marketing, do some things to promote yourself, get your name out there, follow up with your clients. And honestly, every business has got the same thing. It's get out there, get clients, follow up your clients, and make the sale. And that's pretty much how I teach people. I don't want to just say, hey, here's SEO, it's $2,000 a month, I'll get you on page 1. Well, if I get you on page 1, what are you going to do with it? I want you to close the deal. I'm going to show you how to sell, how to have a website that actually gets people to opt in, builds a sales funnel that distinguishes them then from their competitors, crushes their competitors. Get them to get a mobile site, get some PR done for them, get some direct mail done for them inexpensively. So all the tens of thousands of dollars that I spent on direct mail and all these other things that didn't work, I've found a way that it does work now, and I can give it to my clients, because obviously that's what I want to do. So when people opt in to see me, they're going to get my videos, they're going to look at me in the paper. It's almost like they need to see you everywhere to be everywhere. So I know I've gone on a bit of a rant, but I'm really passionate about small business, and that's I think people realise that, and I like my clients to have the same attitude as me. And like I say in my book, that I'm not going to leave any stone unturned, because I believe almost any business out there, you can make it $1 million business. I don't think it's that hard.
Cool, man. Hey, just by the way, I love a good rant. I'm just sitting here loving it, enjoying it. It's really cool. Hey, man, so where can people find you? What's the web address that you can send them to? And they can just click straight through right now. Okay,
so I've got G Training, G for gold, gtraining.com.au. It's about to launch, so if you opt in, you'll start getting the sales videos, and it's a lot of good free content in there, like marketing weapons and ways you can grow business, all free content, so you're going to like it. Or just email me, Anthony at gtraining.com.au. It's another way to find me. So just want to say big thanks to Peter for this show. It's just awesome. Guerrilla, I know it's a big model in the US, and I think in Australia it'll start to take off. And also I want to say thank you to the guys at Savvy ME. They've got a brilliant model. And to everyone out there, I know you don't take it for granted, but 10 years ago, there was no blogs, there was no social media, there was nobody who could help you. So when I read those articles, I'm just blown away. Like, honestly, you're literally getting $1 million worth of mentoring for free in Savvy ME. I mean, people, I know they're giving content to drive you back to their site, they're giving back and that kind of thing, but let's be brutally honest. The content on that website is breathtaking.
Yeah, so Savvy SME is awesome, man. Like, as you would notice at the start of these episodes lately, guys, is these shows are brought to you by Savvy SME. So get involved, get in there, put in some content, and read some content, ask questions, get your questions answered. It's such an awesome community. Like, that's the reason we're speaking today, is because of Savvy SME.
Right. Absolutely, it's just the best tool I've seen in Australia for a long time. So good stuff.
All right, guys. So thanks, Anthony, for coming on today. And so I want to get you guys to click through, go check out Anthony's stuff. There's going to be the links there for Eric and Tim for asking a question. Just my thank you to you guys. You can go and check out their websites. There's going to be a link down below for Savvy SME. So click on there as well. And just like soak it all up, guys. This is so you can take your business further. So thanks again, Anthony. I'll talk to you soon.
My pleasure, mate. Thanks, guys.
See ya.